Syria's military says Israeli fighter jets fired missiles on the Syrian port of Latakia, damaging containers but without inflicting casualties. It was a rare attack on the port of Latakia, a vital facility where much of Syria's imports are brought into the war-torn country. The blazes have been extinguished, it said. There was no comment from the Israeli military.
Ukraine's president said his armed forces were capable of fighting off any Russian attack, as the country marked its National Army Day with a display of U.S. armored vehicles and patrol boats.
China has reacted angrily to the U.S. government's diplomatic boycott of next year's Winter Olympics. Chinese officials dismissed Washington's boycott as a posturing and political manipulation. The White House confirmed that it would not send any official or diplomatic representatives to the Winter Games on China's ongoing crimes against humanity.
Rohingya refugees sued Facebook over the company's role in amplifying hate speech that led to genocide against the minority Muslim group in Myanmar. The Rohingya charged that the algorithms Facebook uses and its inability to pull hateful rhetoric down in a timely fashion led to real-world violence.
The Omicron variant of the coronavirus has spread to about 1/3 of U.S. states, but the Delta version remains the majority of COVID-19 infections as cases rise nationwide, U.S. health officials said.
A British study into mixing COVID-19 vaccines has found that people had a better immune response when they received a first dose of AstraZeneca or Pfizer shots followed by Moderna 9 weeks later, according to the results.
Pakistan has lost 7 lives to the coronavirus. According to NCOC, 232 new infections were reported in the last 24 hours. The positivity rate was recorded at 0.56%.
A condolence reference was held at the Prime Minister's office today for the Sri Lankan national who was killed by a mob in Sialkot. It was aimed to express solidarity with the bereaved family and the Sri Lankan government and people over the tragic incident.
The National Electric Power Regulatory Authority notified on Tuesday another hike in electricity price for Karachi, increasing the rate by 3 rupees and 75 paise per unit. NEPRA approved the new increment after a hearing on an application seeking a hike in the electricity rates for Karachi on account of fuel adjustment in November.
Wildfires have produced a record amount of carbon emissions in some parts of the world this year, according to the European Union's Copernicus Atmosphere Monitoring Service. Fires in the western US, Siberia, and Turkey were among those that the service described as proof that climate change is fanning blazes of unusual intensity.
European space company will develop a reusable mini-launcher to compete with the likes of Elon Musk's SPACEX. French finance minister said the launcher must be able to be operational in 2026, he said during a trip to the company's site at Vernon in Normandy, where the engines of rockets are tested.